Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we've got Rachel and Sean from Back to Good Homestead. They just moved to Arkansas from Arizona and they come over to help us with a project. Unfortunately, we've been visiting a lot and I made lunch and we ate and had a good time, and so we haven't really gotten a lot done.
It's almost dark and we're just now getting started.
We're gonna try to get
go home, but we got a project to do first.
Yeah, we're gonna try to get something done while they're here.
Oh, we got some things done already.
Yeah, so we've got kids over here peeling labels off of bottles. That's a big help. And then Wiley and Sean are going to be working on putting up some hardwire cloth up here. Tell them about that, Wiley.
So we're going to string hardwire cloth between the two trees. That then the mud and everything is going to go against the hardwire cloth, and I think that will help strengthen everything up and hold things together.
And how are you attaching it to the rock?
So we drilled holes in the rock and then put screws in there, so we'll be able to tie the hardwire cloth off to that.
And that's how we're best figuring to combine the two walls.
Yeah.
Because this one's going to be slightly bigger of a glass wall than the last one we did. And, you know, it's a trial and error thing. And we learned how we could do it better the next time. And so now we're doing it better than the last one.
Hopefully.
We'll get better and better and better until we get it right.
Hopefully.
Yeah. I totally have confidence. So anyway, all right. Y'all want to say anything before we get to work?
Hi, everyone. Yeah. Lunch was great.
It was awesome. I was trying to convince Jen to start a food truck and just do it on the hours of weekends. She'd have everybody coming from miles away. It was that great.
Yeah, oh, thanks,
Yes,
guys.
best tacos ever.
Yeah. All right, okay, we're going to get to work, guys. Oh, he's smarter than me. Look what he's using, guys. He's using these little, like, clamp things instead.
I actually looked to see what we had.
Oh. I just used what I had conveniently available.
Now, might as well throw a screw over here just to hold it.
Where the trees stand tall, an old piece of land where the wild ones call. Abandoned and forgotten, but not for long. We're building a dream where our hearts belong. With faith in our hands and family by our side, we're chasing freedom. There's no need to hide in the Arkansas hills where the rivers run free. Our mountain home is where we're meant to be. We're giving it all up to live off the land, building our earthship with our own hands. Faith, family, and freedom in the air. Come follow along, we're getting there. Our mountain home where the eagles soar. We're off the grid, but there's so much more. In the stillness of the forest we'll make our way, one step closer every day. The wind's our music, the sky's our guide. We left the world to live wild and wide. With every stone we place, with every beam, we're crafting a future that was once just a dream. We stand for freedom, for family, power, grace. In this sacred mountain we found our place. No turning back, just moving on. Our mountain home is where we've always belonged. We're giving it all up to live off the land, building our earthship with our own hands.
All right, y'all, it is the next day. Yesterday, Rachel and Sean from Back to Good had come over to help us work on our bottle wall. And all we really got done was we got this wire put up. Wiley and Sean put up this wire. They attached it to the trees on both sides. And then Wiley also drilled holes and, you know, attached it to the rock also to kind of help give that wall some structure. There's also going to be a beam that goes across here, and it'll be attached on the top too. So it's not going to be too big of a space. I mean, it is bigger than the last one. And like we say, guys, all the time, that everything's trial and error. We do it, and then we figure out how we can do it better next time. And then the next time we do it better if we think we need to. And this is my second attempt, so of course it's going to be better than the last one. Either way, my plan is, and I know this is going to be a pain in the butt, but usually the right way is not often the easy way. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut out each individual hole and put the bottle through it as I stack them, and then this will hold it all together. And I plan on leaving at least one strand of wire in between every single bottle to help with structure. I don't want to just, what's the point of me just cutting out the whole center of it? You know what I mean? So I know it's going to be more difficult to do it that way, but I think that's going to be the right way to do it. Yesterday we also were able to, let me turn this around for you just a second. Today we cut enough of the small bottles to fill up the bottom of this milk crate. And then we also had these big giant bottles that I'm planning on using for like the trunk of the tree. I think they're going to be super cool. The method that we're using is we have yarn, rubbing alcohol, duct tape to put them together. Once you put the yarn on, you put the alcohol on, you light it on fire, and then you put it in a bucket of cold water. And it works well. They don't break perfect, but it works good. So this is enough, I think, to get done on my first layer. That's what I'm planning on working on today, is getting this base layer done. And after experience with the other side, I know I'm going to want to let that dry for probably 2 or 3 days before I go up more. Just to, I don't know, I feel like that will work better than doing it all at once. And let's see what else I have for you. Oh yeah, forgot to mention, yesterday when Sean and Rachel were here, Sean knows a whole lot more about solar than we do. So Sean gladly took a look at our solar system, and he was able to rewire the configuration of our solar panels, and now it's putting out a lot more amperage or watts or whatever than it was before, and it's working much, much better. So when he had come, it was, I mean, we were only at like less than 50% efficiency on our solar panels, and when he left, we were, 70-80%. So he did suggest that we should tilt our panels a little more towards the sky, because when Wiley had done it, it said 45 degrees, but he said, go ahead and go with like 50 degrees or whatever. Oh, hi, Miss Kitty. And, or I don't know what, anyway, we should flatten them out a little bit more to make them work even better. But I did want to mention that. Thank you, Sean, for doing that for us. That's awesome. And he gave us tips on how we can like improve it later on. And we are planning on doing like I think Wiley's going to use the old minivan that we still have that doesn't run very good anymore. And he's probably going to put it back here and put our batteries and stuff in the van and use that as the shelter for them until we can get something built. But we're really trying to get ourselves set up for winter here. And Wiley is convinced that the van will be perfect for the winter time. The batteries aren't going to get too hot in there because it's winter time, and hopefully it'll keep them warm enough that they don't shut off, because a lot of LiPo 4 batteries don't work below freezing. We do have one that'll go down to -4 degrees, but the rest of them, I believe, don't work under a certain temperature. So hopefully the van will be warm enough to keep them warm enough during the winter so they continue to work. Anyway, so I'm going to start cutting the holes, and I've got some mud mixed up. I do need to add a little bit more water to it because it has dried out some. And then I'm going to get to work on this, and I'm just going to set up different time-lapse angles so y'all can watch me work. Again, my hands are going to be covered in mud. I'll do the best I can filming, but that's what I'm going to be doing, and we're going to see how it turns out. Y'all, this is just something that's in my mind that I have pictured. I don't know if it's actually going to work, but I'm determined. And so I'm going to make it work.
In the morning light, we rise from the ground, building up our dreams, finding purpose we found. With bottles in hand, we'll shape our own land, creating a haven just as we planned. Recycling our past, a future so bright. Happy in our hearts with what we create, building a homestead that time will negate. Freedom in our hands as we shape our dreams, living life together, nothing's as it seems. Faith in our hearts and family near. Each wall that we build holds memories dear. The trees stand tall, native stone to embrace. Together we strive in this sacred space. Community is strong, we'll stand side by side. Happy in our hearts with what we create, building a homestead that time will negate. Freedom in our hands as we shape our dreams, living life together, nothing's as it seems. Faith in our hearts and family near. Each wall that we build holds memories dear. The trees stand tall, made of stone to embrace. Together we strive in this sacred space. Community strong, we'll stand side by side. Happy in our hearts with what we create, building a homestead that time will negate. Freedom in our hands as we shape our dreams, living life together, nothing's as it seems. With love and respect, we'll carry the flame, building our way, forever the same.
So, apparently my phone went dead sometimes during the time-lapse, or sometime during the time-lapse. So you didn't see me get these extra 3 bottles in over here, and maybe not this one right here. But I'll time-lapse more when I continue. This is what we got done today. As you can see, I have the LED light strip right here hanging out of the wall. That way I can keep working it up around the 3D tree that I'll be making. It's going to be super cool, y'all. The kids worked on getting more labels off of bottles for me today. That's huge because, yeah, that's a big job, actually. It doesn't sound like it's hard, but some of those labels are stuck on really, really good. And they're peeling all the labels off for me. It's a closer up of what I have done. And this, Lily brushed our dog, Jenkins, our Pyrenees, and she got lots of dog hair. So we actually put dog hair in this mix that we made. But as you can see, the bottle is on both sides. I cut out around every single bottle. This one I accidentally messed up on and made the hole a little bit too big. But most of them are dead on, look. And that's exactly how I'm doing it. I'll keep going up the sides. And then my ultimate plan, I hope you can imagine this. This is the trunk of the tree, all right? And then there's going to be a branch that goes like this, and some leaves will be over here. And there'll be another branch that goes up this way, and there'll be leaves. And then there'll be like a main Y that comes up like this. And I'll use green bottles for leaves like that too. But I think this is going to be a lot stronger than the other wall that I did. Again, a special thanks to Sean and Rachel for coming over and helping prep these bottles. I didn't use a ton of them today, but they did get me quite far because I wouldn't have been able to do what I had done with the clear bottles without the brown ones first. And I'll be using some of the other brown ones that we put together while they were here, and I'll be using those to make the branches that go out, and then I'll be using green bottles to kind of simulate leaves and stuff. Hopefully it turns out really cool. It's really cool in my mind, and if it's not really cool, then it's just what we're going to be stuck with because I'm not redoing it. That's all I've got for you guys today. I will continue probably in a couple of days. I'm going to let this dry out some. I put a lid on my bucket over here so that my mud will stay good over the couple of days that I'm going to allow this to dry. And then I'll come back and I'll work on it some more and do another layer. And then it's probably going to take me a week to do this wall just because I want to give this plenty of time to dry out before it's that way I don't, like, do too much at a time. I don't know. I just feel like that's the better way to do it. It may not be, but that's what I'm going to do anyway. Anyway, guys, this is all I have for you today, and I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. I know most of it is time-lapse, but that's what's going to happen when it's just me doing the work and Wiley's not here to help. Wiley's going to be really, really busy this week. Today is Tuesday. No. Today is Monday. Sorry, I kind of lose track of my days. Today is Monday. Wiley had to go to Oklahoma to get another load of IBC totes. He will be back this evening. It's already getting dark. I don't know if you can tell, but it's already getting dark, and he'll be home after a while. I have to get off of here and go help Emily cook dinner, and that's all I have for y'all. So we're going to have a really, really busy week, and I'm going to continue to work on this, but while this is drying, I may bounce back to the other wall and touch up cracks. I may work on the door. I'm not exactly sure yet. Michael has been working on gathering up some cedar logs today. Bobblehead had a couple cedar trees that were already down and they were laying in his ditch, and he said we could have them, so Michael went and got those today. He got some other things done, and whenever I feel comfortable doing it, or if Wiley's home for a couple of days this week, then we can get some more wood milled up and we can continue on the wall. The next part of the wall that we're going to be doing is that side that goes from this corner towards Lily's bus, and it's going to go down the side of Lily's bus. To kind of orient you guys, this wall right here that we're working on is mostly western facing, and that's the northwestern wall. So we definitely want to block the wind from this direction and that direction because that's where it's going to be coming from this winter. And then we are wanting to build walls all the way around camp because it'll just help us stay that much warmer over the winter. And it's going to be a slow process, though, especially if Wiley's working. But, hey, you know, we do what we can with what we have, and this is what we've got. So that is going to be it for you guys today. I'm going to try to get this put together and get it out tonight. If not, it'll come out in tomorrow afternoon. And we will see you guys on our Wednesday live stream at 4 p.m. on our mountain home, 4 p.m. Central Standard Time. Until then, don't forget to work hard, stay humble, and love God.